back to another episode of our Seattle Kraken franchise mode here in NHL 26. Here we are simulating into season number 2, back where we left off last episode. For last episode, we did make the Stanley Cup playoffs. Hopefully in this episode, this season rather, we can get back to our playoff spot. Before we advance to the next season, I have a trade that I want to put through. Jordan Eberle, 36 years of age. He's still a top point producer in this league, but this trade value for 36 years of age, we got to take advantage of it. I hope to find somebody with the same overall, maybe a lower age, maybe around 25, 26. So let's shop around, let's explore our options here. So I'm looking at this potential deal right here. Wyatt Johnston, 87 overall, 23 years of age, 45 assists last year, 19 goals. For Jordan Eberle and our own second round pick. And the reason I'm throwing in a second round pick is because we have another one from the Winnipeg Jets here. Let's shoot our shot here. Let's see what happens. They're going to reject. We'll throw in a 5th round pick here. And they're going to accept Mason Lohrei is a Seattle Kraken. And Jordan Eberle is now a part of the Boston Bruins. We got ourselves a solid defenseman. Got rid of an aging piece on our team. What really cost us was a 5th round pick. And I think it was the right move. We kind of needed to improve on our defense there. As we are now without a captain, we do need to name a new captain for this team. The new captain of the Seattle Kraken moving forward in our franchise mode is going to be Vince Dunn. In the league a while, he knows the game, and obviously a pretty solid player. These are the lines that we're going to roll moving on to next season. Nothing crazy, but still pretty solid players on the top 2 lines there. Vince Dunn, our highest overall player, along with Brandon Montour. I'm actually a little bit shocked. 90 overall, I feel like he never hits that in NHL. But he's hit it here, and obviously a solid point producer for us. Defense doesn't look too shabby, obviously, there with the addition of Lohrei. An 85 overall Joey Daccord in goal. Here we are now to start the 2026-2027 season. I'm probably not going to play a lot of games in this episode, or this season rather, but we will play the opening game here against the Chicago Blackhawks at home. They finally got the alternates in the game. We got to wear them. Here we are, opening night in Seattle, Washington. A look at our new jerseys there. And they even got the center ice logo. Wow, that's beautiful. I like that. Alright, here we are. I don't know why, here we are. Yeah, I don't know why on-ice trainer's on. That's kind of annoying there. Beniers up to Kakko. He can't get the shot off. I also changed the camera here. I think something was off about it. I don't even remember what camera I was using, so I gotta get that figured out. Meanwhile, here come the Kraken. Tolvanen gets pushed away. He gets it back. Capo gets rocked. These jerseys are kind of like stealth mode. It's pretty cool. Hit from Beniers. Big hit from Beniers. Wow. I just realized here Mason Lohrei rocking number 7, which obviously was Jordan Eberle's number, so he took that. I actually don't know what number he wears in Boston. I think he wears 6, maybe 7. No, I'm not doing that joke. I didn't mean to do that. Riker Evans up to Shane Wright. Trying to drop past the McCann there. He ends up picking it up. He rips a shot. Somebody's helmet is there on the ice. Burakovsky with the shot. Sent up to Marchment. Let's get some bodies up front. We need a goal here. I would like to get a strong start here. Jagger Furcus, his first game here in the NHL. I actually just realized that. I didn't know he didn't have any games here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you get to see their rookie lat. We have a young 4th line here of Nyman, Winterton, and Nadeau, who we acquired from Carolina. Scored his first NHL goal the other night in real life. Oh, we had that entire right side open there. I tried to get it there, but blocked into the crowd. I know it's pretty crazy to say because they're such a very new team, but the Kraken haven't missed on any of their jerseys. Honestly, they're all really beautiful. This one included. I think I did mention this last video. They are glow in the dark, which is insane. I like that. I know the Dallas Stars did that too. We're missing a body here. There we go. Oh, what a terrible pass. Oh, I'm so sorry. Burkus chips it up to Dunn, up to Winterton. Oh, Fleury gets blocked. He's done. Not enough time to get a shot off. That's going to do it for the first period. A very offensive-driven first period there, but we can't get a goal. Let's move on to the second period now. Here's Kako. Can't get a shot off. Montour with the slap shot. Kako in front. Oh, Beniers. Marchment carries. Oh, blocked there by Vlasic. 3-on-1 here for the Blackhawks. And what a block by Larson, but it still falls in. Frank Nazar is going to get the first goal of the game. I think on the second shot of the game for the Blackhawks here. So unfortunate. Off the body of Larson. Great defensive effort, though, but 1-0 Blackhawks. Streichel here. I'm actually very shocked that he got traded. I didn't really expect it. I don't know if you Blackhawks fans did. But I think that was a terrible trade, as he almost scores here. Up to Furcus in his first NHL game, gets rocked there. 2-on-1 here for Chicago. They pass it back. Rinzel. Chicago putting the offensive pressures. Obviously, they get full pressure there. And stoppage and play. I think the glass broke there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, big hit. Wow. I don't even know how that broke the glass, but... Oh, drop pass to Evan. I missed it. Oh, no. They actually have a good scoring chance here. We got to get back. Great opportunity there for them, but Evans breaks it up. Uh-oh, here's Lawton, the longtime flyer. Brought up to Marchment. Cuts across. Spencer Knight's going to cover. Okay, I've done it again. I've done that like 3 times last video, and I mentioned that I've never done that before, and now it's happened to me again. Let's get some bodies out in front of the net. Maybe Montour there. Nope. Big hit on Brandon Saad. He actually, he was in that free agency list. He returned to his former team here. Blackhawks, good passing play in front, and Mason Marchment's going to put it in. We're going to tie this game at 1. Great play from Marchment and Montour there. It started off with this big hit from the captain, Vince Dunn. We brought it up. Bang. We brought it up the ice. Great passing play here. All tied at 1. Guarantees us a nice offensive zone face-off if we can win it. Tied up there. Cartier gets a shot, goes wide. We're playing great hockey here as we move on to the third. Great pressure. Let's keep it up, and we're going to win this game. Oh, McCann out in front. Great pickup there by Vlasic. McCann. Oh, I tried to get that to Marchment. We still get it, though. McCann rips a shot. I try to get a one-timer there, but Knight's going to cover. This Blackhawks team with Radko Gudas here as he's going to lay a hit there on us. He's got an achievement here, deflecting a shot, as we almost score there. Deflecting a shot using the defensive stick. I'm actually shocked it took me that long to get that achievement. Shows you how little defense I play in this game. Oh, I saw Marchment there on the wing. He had no stamina, though, anyways. Here's Korshinsky. He's going to blow by Dunn. Up to Cartier is, what's his name, gets rocked there. Cartier's through. Good save by Knight. Great positioning by Spencer Knight there to make the save. 2-on-1 for Chicago. Once again, Donato there. And a big save by Decord. Got the fourth line out there. A little over a minute left in the offensive zone here. Nyman with the shot there. We're trying to get the lead before the period ends, before we get overtime. Start the... Oh, okay. Let's start the play back here with Fleury up to Nadeau. Big hit there on Nadeau. Marchment with the shot. No. Give it away to Wright. Full pressure here, and I give it away, of course. Oh, no. All right, they're going to dump it in. 10 seconds left. We can get another rush here, hopefully. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to have overtime here in the very first game of the season between the Chicago Blackhawks and our Seattle Kraken. Great save there from Joey Decord, by the way. This is a great game here by both teams, but obviously we want to win this one. McCann and Bedard for the face-off here, and Bedard's going to win it. Gudas. Oh, no, Montour, you got to cover your guy. Gudas with the slap shot there. Montour. Back to Kako. McCann with the one-timer is going to get blocked. 103 to the shin of Bedard. McCann cuts inside. Gudas is a very tough player to face in this game. Just imagine facing him in real life. McCann out of stamina there, so we'll pass it back to Montour. Kako went in front. No, give it away. Burakovsky up to Bedard. Can we get back? We're going to have to take a penalty. Oh, what a save by Decord on the breakaway to deny Bedard. Now up the other way. No, intercepted. Up to Montour now. He's got right. Oh, tried to sauce pass it there. Right. Oh, trying to get it to Stevenson. Come on. Sometimes I feel like the button passing fails me. Right. Back to Dunn. We have to get a shot off here. Right, back to Dunn again. We'll get a slap shot off. And we're going to go to a shootout here between these two teams. I feel like shootouts are kind of a rarity in franchise mode. I feel like it's a very high-scoring game. Bedard's going to shoot first. He's kind of scary to face in the shootout here. And he's going to get denied by Decord. Brandon Montour is going to go first for us. I need to change our shootout strategy there. Maybe, yeah, okay. Andre Burakovsky now for the Blackhawks. He's going to come in. He's going to get denied on the backhand there. Back-to-back defensemen here. Vince Dunn, our captain. Let's see. What are we going to do? Let's rip it. Top corner. There we go. Vince Dunn gets a shootout goal here. And we're going to need a clutch save from Joey Decord to win it here on Reichel. And he goes wide. The Kraken are going to win the shootout here and win their very first game of the season. Joey Decord, look at that celebration, man. He's pumped up. Huge win here for the stealth mode Kraken. We move. Great game, definitely by both goaltenders here, but Decord's going to come out with a win, and obviously in the shootout, he didn't allow anything. But let's see if our team can keep it rolling here. Let's simulate the first month. Simulate to the middle of November here. Let's see what happens. 6-7-3 is going to be our record after the first month and a half or so. 15 games into the season, 15 points. That puts us dead last in the Pacific Division. Definitely not what we want to see here at all, but we'll simulate a little bit more, see where we are. I've noticed that this team is very on and off here because we are now in the middle of the Pacific Division, 12-10-4. We have the same amount of wins as the last place Ducks, but we do have those 4 overtime losses, which ties us for the most in the league here. I'm noticing a theme that we're beating some of the better teams and losing to some of the worst teams. For example, here, I mean, we beat the 18-3-4 Colorado Avalanche. We lose to the 8-13 Dallas Stars here. I mean, it's kind of interesting. But I'm going to simulate to the new year here, and this is where I need to make a decision of whether we want to sell or buy at the deadline. And oh my gosh, we're going to win 10 of our last 11 games, putting us to 20-11-4. Very big gap here between the Oilers, but we are second in the Pacific Division. I mean, what a turnaround here. We're getting some wins here against some of the bigger name teams as well. These have been very close games too, like 5-3, 4-3 in the shootout, overtime win, shootout win. Keep it rolling. I like what I'm seeing here from the boys. So here we are at the trade deadline, 37 wins for our Seattle Kraken. That shows me that this team is legit. They want to fight for a playoff spot, and I'm going to help them out. We're going to bolster our team here. First move I'm going to make is probably going to be for Ryan Lindgren. He's only got 24 games under his belt. We're not really utilizing him, so we might as well get him off for some assets. What's going to make this a little bit harder is he does have a minimal no trade clause here. That's for 6 teams in the league. So I am going to try this trade here. It's going to be Lindgren for former Kraken member Burakovsky for one of their second-round picks at 2 of ours. And they're going to say yes. All right, so we do get an 85 overall Burakovsky. All we essentially gave up was a second-round pick, and we did ship off Lindgren. Now, we still have 2 first-round picks, one of them coming from the Tampa Bay Lightning. If we can find a deal here. I said I was going to make a couple moves here, but really, I think that was the only move I could really execute there. We do keep both of our first-round picks. We get back another second-round pick. We give away 2 of them. But we do get a good offensive player in Andre Burakovsky, obviously the former member of the Kraken there. And he knows what it's like to win a Stanley Cup. Hopefully he can show us the ropes here this season. Very evident that this late in the season, we're not going to close the gap between us and the Oilers for that top spot in the Pacific. But I do want to close in on a playoff spot. Be very soon though, and keep in mind we do have the least amount of games played. I think in the entire league we are tied there, least in the Pacific, so that's huge. Should be able to close it out in one of these games here. We do, yep. So back-to-back seasons for the Seattle Kraken. We're gonna make the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oilers are no doubtly gonna clinch the top of the Pacific and obviously the President's Trophy here. But look at us, 100-point season for our Seattle Kraken. We're going to simulate the rest of the regular season here. I do apologize for the lack of games played in this episode. Like I said, it's kind of more about simulating here. We're going to have to lock in for the playoffs. And so we're going to finish off our regular season against the Vancouver Canucks. And that's who we're going to face here in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. First period of Game 1, Jared McCann's going to put us in front 1-0. Goals for Besser and Pedersen are going to tie it up here with Vince Dunn obviously getting on the board. A 5-second gap between those two goals. Let's simulate the third period here, all knotted up at 2. I usually tend to jump in when there's overtime, as Lawson Krause is going to give us the lead here. So, yeah, 2-goal lead. Okay. Vancouver's going to take game number 1, 4-2. Here we are for game number 2. First period early lead here for Vancouver. It's really not looking good for us. 3-0. Let's simulate the third here. Yep, and they're just going to close it out. 3-0 shutout for Vancouver. They're going to take an early 2-0 series lead. First period of game number 3. It is a high-scoring one, 2-2. Nothing doing in the second for both teams, so we'll simulate the third here. And we're going to have overtime at game number 3. Like I mentioned, I do tend to jump into the overtime games, try to help us get a win. And obviously, we would like to prevent a 3-0 series lead for the Canucks. Beniers and Pedersen on the draw, given away to Tolvanen right away. Big win for Beniers on the draw. Dunn will get a slap shot. Demko's going to save it. Kakko rips a shot, almost trickled in, but it really didn't. To Beniers, he's got a good opportunity here. He's not going to rip a shot. Look for options. Marchman in front. Burakovsky can't get the shot off. Obviously, your first look at Burakovsky there in a Kraken uniform. Just kidding. He's wearing 31. That's interesting. We'll get that changed. But for now, he is wearing 31. I think he did wear 95 his first time around here in Seattle. Jared McCann. He'll deke. He can't really get a shot off. Good one at least. Winterton's going to have a skate. Winterton's going to skate in. Demko's going to cover there. Montour's going to come inside with the wheels, and he scores! What a snipe from Brandon Montour! And we cut the series lead down to 2-1. What a nice move. Brandon Montour is the hero in overtime here. We move. We're still down in the series, but we have a momentum goal there for sure. Let's roll off that momentum, like I said. On to game number 4 here. First period of game number 4. It's going to be a 1-1 score. We'll have the lead after 2 here, as we're going to jump into the third period. Let's fight off our lead. 3-2. Only a 1-goal lead. Now a 2-goal lead thanks to Kaapo Kakko. Pedersen's going to bring them back within 1 here. 5 minutes left as time runs down. Shane Wright's going to put in the empty netter. We're going to win game number 4 to tie this series at 2 apiece. Period number 1 of game number 5. The Canucks are going to get off to an early 2-0 lead here. Quinn Hughes with 2 power play goals. Going to make it 4-2 after 2. We do get 2 back, but obviously a 2-goal difference there. On to the third period now. Nick Schmaltz is going to put one in right away before I can even finish my sentence. Canucks are going to get to a 3-2 series lead now. As for the first time in the playoffs, we are on the brink of elimination. First period, Kaapo Kakko does get us on the board. Second period, oh my! We put up for 5 goals in the second period. Jagger Firkus gets his first playoff career goal. And we put up for 5 goals. We might as well simulate the rest of the game here. We're going to go to Game 7 against the Vancouver Canucks. Game number 7 here. We have home court. Oh my God! Beniers! Oh my God! Before I can even finish my sentence, Beniers puts in 2 goals. Oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? 3-0 to the Kraken the first minute of the game. What the? Oh my God. That is the best possible start to a game maybe ever. Matty Beniers. And, oh my God, Larson. 5-on-3 here for the Canucks. They're already out of this game a minute in. Oh my. Is Demko even in the game still? What? I can't even process that. Oh my. I'm stunned. I wasn't even able to get my introduction speech in. They scored 3 goals in the first minute of the game. I need to sit here for a second. I need to process what just happened. I've never seen that ever. 3 goals from the Seattle Kraken in the first 42 seconds of the game. That's got to be a record. Matty Beniers with 2 goals of his own in the first 15 seconds of the game. Oh my. I'm just letting you know now, if we do blow this game, this is the worst loss in NHL history. I'm just letting you know that right now. I want to be optimistic here. We'll simulate. Let's simulate the third period here. Yep. 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 I just had to say it. I just had to fucking say it. I really had to say it. Oh my God. This is the. Oh, just please, let's tie this game, please. Somebody, I don't care who. Somebody tie the game. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel sick. I feel sick. Are you serious? We scored 3 goals in the first 42 seconds of the game, and we lost? Are you serious? Look at this. You can't make this up. You actually can't. This is the worst loss in NHL history. I'm not even joking. This is actually the biggest choke of all time. And Game 7, nonetheless. This is how we get eliminated. Oh my God. Oh my. And of course I had to speak that into existence, right? I did have to say that in the first period after we were up 3-0. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. This is actually the biggest choke job I think ever. If you've ever seen anybody simulate NHL 26 and they've had a bigger choke job than that? Let me know in the comments. I know 2BC had like a 7-1 lead one time, but 3 goals in the first 42 seconds of the game and you lose? Let's simulate to the draft here. It was Game 7. I keep going on, but this is how we got eliminated. I would understand. Actually, no, I wouldn't even understand. If this was game number 2, per se, then, yeah, whatever. Let's move on. That's how we got eliminated. Eliminated. Tampa Bay Lightning are winning the cup here. And after such a great season, too. I would have rather us got swept. I would much rather have us got swept. A rematch of the 2022 Cup final here. Tampa's going to win oh my God. The President's Trophy winners are going to get bounced in the first round. Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Jared McCann's going to put up 81 points for us, 88 overall. Big offensive season for Montour here as well. Obviously, he played his heart out in the playoffs, but, you know, with that overtime winner. Burakovsky, who we acquired from Chicago, the former Kraken member. Did I trade him away? I guess I must have traded him away. I honestly don't remember. I'm not in the mindset right now. Pretty decent season from our acquisition, Mason Lohrei. Positive plus-minus for the first time in his NHL career. And lowest penalty minutes he's ever had. So it's great to see. The St. Louis Blues are going to win the draft lottery here. Looks like they've won the sweepstakes for Landon DuPont. Columbus is going to jump from 8 to 2nd. Nashville will drop 1. So the Art Ross here is going to go to Kyle Connor of the Montreal Canadiens. Hart Trophy is going to go to Draisaitl. Makar with the Norris. Lady Bing also to Connor. Alan Saray here, the first overall pick for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's going to take home the Calder. Point's going to win the Conn Smythe there for playoff MVP. Joseph Wall is going to win the Vezina Trophy here. Good for him. And he's going to take home the Jennings as well. Masterton's going to go to Gudis. Our very own Lane Lambert's going to take home the Jack Adams here. Good for him. Honestly, a great regular season performance. We're not going to talk about the playoffs, but it is a regular season trophy. Selke's going to go to Matthews. That's interesting. I really don't see Matthews as a defensive player, but I guess he must have locked in there. And the Rocket Richard's going to go to McKinnon. Get back into a positive mindset because we are at the NHL entry draft. Taking a look at the draft class here, and it's actually going to be Tristan Vitale who will be the projected #1 overall pick. Landon DuPont's going to fall to #2. This is kind of the range here. We should be looking around 17 to 22. We do have 2 first-round picks. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Lightning winning the Stanley Cup there, so we will have the 32nd pick. But without further ado, let's jump into the entry draft here. St. Louis Blues are on the clock, and they are going to take Tristan Vitale, an 83 overall medium franchise. That means Landon DuPont's going to go to the Columbus Blue Jackets here, also a medium franchise. And Nico Kallio is going to be a member of the Nashville Predators. So we simulated to our pick here, which we do have the 25th pick. So let's take a look at our options that we have with the 22nd overall pick. Right off the bat, Petri Mäkinen, a medium elite. After exploring my options, we are going to go with Petri Mäkinen. Petri Mäkinen, welcome to the Seattle Kraken. I thought that said 84 for a sec. I don't know what I'm seeing here, but a medium top 9 forward. Put up 6 points. Interesting. But yeah, honestly, I kind of realized that point production really doesn't matter in NHL because why would a forward have 6 points? But on to our final pick of the first round here that we have from the Tampa Bay Lightning. A look at our other options here. Pretty much the same here, all medium top 9 forwards and the same rating. We did get a playmaker, right wing. And I kind of pinned this guy right here, Leo Peterman. He is a gem. If you look at his stats there, not too bad. He's got some good strengths. But there's also something that I see in this guy right here, Matt Svensson. Pretty good stats. He's got no weaknesses. And he's got an NHL ETA of 1 year. I'm going to take a risk here. We're going to go with it. Matt Svensson, welcome to the Seattle Kraken. 72 overall, medium top 6 forward. That's actually a great pick there. Sherman's going to fall. He's going to go to a low elite, 65 overall. You know what? I think we got the better player there. See who's wrong and who's right. On to our second round pick here. Just a look at our picks here in the second round. We did get this pick from the Canadiens, I believe. So Kevin Card from Belgium, he's up there. And this guy right here, Jace Woywitka, he's a medium top 6 defenseman, which is huge in the second round here. We'll take a shot with him. Jace Woywitka, welcome to the Seattle Kraken. Medium top 6 forward, like we saw, 64 overall. Not bad here for the second round. To the third round here, and this is where the draft kind of falls off a bit. Michael Mills here is kind of our top option here. Left wing, top 9 forward. We'll take our shot here. Michael Mills, welcome to the Seattle Kraken. Low bottom 6 grinder. So, you know, he kind of got himself a gritty player there. Obviously, his best stats coming from his physical abilities. Not really anything crazy here coming from the fourth round, but Sergei Robichaud has my eye here. He's got some of the better statistics here, or attributes rather. No weaknesses. We'll take him with our fourth round pick, Sergei Robichaud. Welcome to the Seattle Kraken. So a low 7th defenseman there. On to the 6th round pick here, as we did trade our 5th round pick. After going through our options, Matthias Dekel, 19 years of age. He's a left defenseman, medium top 6 potential. Medium 7th defenseman, not bad for the 6th round pick here. Let's move on to our final pick of the draft. Matthias Dekel, welcome to the Seattle Kraken. After going through our options here in the 7th round, really not much product here, but Zach Agostino is going to be my pick. So Zach Agostino, welcome to the Seattle Kraken. Another medium 7th defenseman. And that's going to do it for our draft here. So let's re-sign our coaches here who are going to expire. Lane Lambert, obviously, winning the Jack Adams. We're going to have to offer him a contract. So here we are now approaching free agency, and obviously we're going to have to sign our players, lock them back up to some deals here. So let's look at who's going to expire, rather. Matt Svensson, a 72 overall, 18 years of age. I'm actually considering offering him a AHL contract. We'll see where we are. First, let's focus on our guys that we have on our roster right now. Cale Fleury, we're going to offer him a two-way contract, which is obviously not what he's asking for. But if he doesn't accept, then honestly, I can't really have him on our team. I don't really see a roster spot here for 78 overall. He'll get back to us. Jared McCann here is obviously going to be our biggest target, our top point producer for this team. He wants a full no-move clause. As he is getting to his older age, we are going to try to get a deferred clause. We'll try to trade him off, but we'll attempt a 46% deferred no trade clause, no movement clause. Maybe something like this. No move clause for Vince Dunn, 3 years. Let's see what he says. I think it makes sense. 33 years of age when it expires. Shane Wright, obviously one of our younger guys here. Let's offer him a 4-year contract. I think I'll accept that. We're not going to offer a contract to Grubauer here, as he is a little bit older in age, 35 years of age, and obviously he would be in the AHL anyways. We do have 279 overalls. One of them could crack an NHL spot. Burakovsky will accept his contract. Same with McCann and Dunn. So that's huge. We get them locked up there. Everyone's going to accept there except for Cale Fleury, who obviously didn't want to take a two-way contract. We'll explore our options with him a little bit later. So we're going to simulate the free agency here. Let's see who our options are. So obviously some massive names here. We got Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes. I feel like Quinn Hughes never, ever, ever stays on his own team in franchise mode. Cale Makar, that is a difference maker. And the kid here, Sidney Crosby, at 94 overall, 39 years of age. Only one team interested in Sidney Crosby. I wonder who that one team is. And you would have to think it's the Penguins, right? But when you have two huge names like this, Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar, do we throw a contract offer to them? I feel like we have to. Absolute shot in the dark, but you know what? That's what happens. So Cale Makar is obviously not going to sign with us, but we kind of threw our shot anyways. He's going to sign with the Blackhawks. Another rival there. And Quinn Hughes with the Hurricanes. Interesting. Sidney Crosby with no teams interested. 94 overall. 39 years of age. So Nicholas Waugh here only wants $4 million. He's an 86 overall, 30 years of age. And honestly, that could be a good piece for our team. Since he only does want a 1-year offer, let's bump him up a little bit. From $4.675 million, he's going to reject it right away to sign with the Boston Bruins. That's tough. He is obviously one of the younger players on the list. I think that would have been a great signing. Sidney Crosby still here, and now 3 teams interested. Former captain Jordan Eberle on this free agency list. 46 points for him with the Boston Bruins. We are 11 days past free agency. And he is off the list. So now the question is, where did Sidney Crosby go? Oh boy, this is going to be a fun game. So he is not on the Penguins. Wouldn't it be absolutely hilarious if he was on the Flyers? Oh my god, he's on the Flyers! Sidney Crosby joins the Flyers! You can't make this up. Oh, he's the most hated man in Pittsburgh. Oh my god. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of our Seattle Kraken franchise mode. Season number 2 in the books. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And of course, let's go Kraken. Peace.